Okay, I got the question.
Okay.
There we
So
go.
basically, as a man just dating or as a woman dating, like how do you have these conversations at home? Apart from being on the podcast and being honest and talk about some real stuff and not just saying stuff because you feel like that's what people want to hear. Like how do you keep it real?
I can start.
Okay.
With that, I think it's living in your truth. When you with your partner, man, you kind of got to get to know each other, right? And I think you got to have a conversation before you get on camera. And what I've learned throughout my relationship is I try to not make it personal as far as her to embarrass her, things like that. But anything that happened prior to her in my past like that, that's some things me and her could talk about because she know who Reese Boogie is. So I try to keep it honest on the podcast because I want my people to know who I am while we talking. I don't want to be on the podcast and being somebody I'm not because then I'm don't touch my mic. And then I'm being somebody I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So every day, every time I come to the podcast, I got to get into a character. I don't want to get into a character. I want to be myself. And if that runs your partner off from her watching the podcast back, then that's not the person for you. And that's just how I feel. If you can't handle what I say on the podcast, if it don't have nothing personally to do with you, then, you know, I go ahead, y'all.
Well, can I piggyback on Reese really quick? I think when you say personally, when you said if it doesn't have anything personally to do with you, I think when you're in a relationship already, and that's what we talked about earlier, you should already be with your partner, understand who they are. There should be no secrets, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I should know who you are way before you get on TV. And I think when we get on this podcast and we talk, you should be able to talk and say how you feel, and you don't have to personally identify your partner and everything.
Right.
But you should be able to be honest. If you don't agree with something, if you've done something, it shouldn't be a shocker to your partner because I'm not going to discuss that information for national TV before we've had it, right? So my husband or my ex has been through different women or financial situations, just crazy shit. That's just who he is, and I'm okay with him just talking about that.
And that's why y'all got together and being together is what you found in love about it. But now you got to hear some of the truth on camera that y'all probably have in the household, but it ain't too far off than what you already know.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people are scared to have those conversations. That's like my guy Woods, man. You know, when he got on podcast, he used to always say, I love you, Chelsea, before he said something. And I used to say, man, stop saying that. Just say what you got to say. It don't got to be a disclaimer to say, I love you, Chelsea.
I remember.
My brother, I can speak for myself. But no, like I will say one thing you did say correct, is you got to live in your truth. You got to live in your truth on a show, social media, especially in your relationship. Living in your truth, being transparent allows a lot of conversations to be had and things like that. So when you come to a podcast and you say things that might have happened prior to your relationship or in your relationship, and if a question want to be asked, it's not like coming out of nowhere. It's not like hitting you in the back of your head. Right. It's you can face it up front, talk about it, and move on because that person know you an honest person. That person know you living in your truth. So yeah, it can get a little weird if you kind of like, oh man, I don't know how to. I really never thought about talking to about this person.
About this topic or this
And
situation.
I kind of talked about it on the
Well, you're right.
And I kind of talked about it on the podcast. Yeah, it can, but that's when that's when your significant other should know that you are living in your truth, that you are an honest person, and they could respect you talking to them and having that conversation off the camera.
And I also just piggyback you really quick.
Yeah.
When you are on these cameras and on podcasts, shut your mouth. You should be able to. This is like a non-judgment zone, right? Like when you're recording or you're doing anything, it's a non-judgment zone. So you should be able to vent, talk how you want without your partner sitting home judging you. Like, oh, so you said this about me? Like it's.
Well, that's why I said I know you didn't empower me to say that, but not said this about me. That's why I try not to say stuff about me. You know what I'm saying?
It's just the fact that you was talking some truth that I didn't know.
Right. Well, go ahead, Mark, because we're gonna let you fill it in.
I really don't.
Because you probably...
The problem is people, they lie a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you lie a lot, it's hard to come... even be in the company of people, not necessarily a podcast, just when people making jokes and you gotta like chuckle and you can't participate in the joke when you with your partner and your friends and all that is because
you've been living a lie.
Yeah,
a character.
You're real self that everybody know, you won't show that to your partner, whether it be man or woman.
That's
like
deep.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to know all my wife truths.
Right.
Right.
Some stuff you keep to yourself. You know, I'm sure Cassie's husband didn't want to know.
Nah, he knows everything.
No, he know now.
He know now.
He know now.
If I'm him,
He
I
ain't know she wanted to do this and get peed in the mouth.
10 million for 30 million. He didn't care what she did.
I'm just
she got
saying,
10
but
million and
still.
another 5.
But that's kind of stuff I don't want to know that if it happened to you. Like if it just come out and I find out later on in life, I'm gonna be mad. I'm really not gonna be mad that you didn't tell me.
Well, see, that's a whole nother topic, though. Don't y'all think like that's a good topic for us to talk about one time?
Shit, I'm ready to dive
It's
into
just,
it.
yeah, like
But-
knowing. Go ahead.
Right, but just to wrap that up,
BT.
like when I say AKA when I introduce myself, Mr. Formerly known as Mr. Steal
Right.
Girl,
Right.
I ain't stuttering. I
Yes,
just
you is. You know it.
I lost my breath.
Can't get on point.
I
You
mean,
get a stutter.
My wife know I used to be Mr. Steal Your Girl, you know. Even though I didn't steal niggas' gal.
That's what I was about to say. You
They
ain't steal
gal
nobody
just
gal.
came and, you know, it
Ain't
was
steal
what it
nobody.
was. Like a lot of dudes didn't like me back in the days because they used to think I was stealing that, but I wasn't.
Right.
They girls just, you know, they wanted
They
to
stealing
taste,
it. If they stealing it,
taste
they
of the
offering it.
flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Where we
Still
going?
at that.
Hey,
I
wait,
don't
this
know.
going on.
I thought we were just talking about being in front of the camera. Well, Keith, did you get a little bit of clarity with that, or how you feel about what people had to say?
Yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of clarity because I'm not really a podcast person, but I enjoy watching y'all on the podcast and just to see y'all being y'allself and talk about some real stuff that's really admirable because a lot of people don't get themselves away in front of an audience.
Okay, man.
Well, yeah, we've
sweet.
had a lot of guests come on here and, you know, go to whispering and and won't be themselves. And we be like, man, what's wrong with you?
It's hard.
It is hard because this is
Even-
national. This is gonna go out to the world. It's
Right,
never
but-
once it's on the internet. It's never going away.
Even when Demo got on, he was he
Shout
was
out to
different.
Demo. He had to miss today, man.
Yeah, but he
So
was
Mark
different when
addressing
he
his
first
fashion.
started.
Mark tried to take his fashion today because he knew Debo wasn't gonna be here. But yeah, go ahead.
I started before Demo. I was
You did start
Yeah,
that,
you
Mark. You the
don't-
fashion.
don't do
you the
that,
fashion
Reese.
guy.
He was the
Well, no, I was looking at
He
the
just went to
boots
another
today.
level with it.
So
He went
what
to another level.
they argue about Demo, yeah?
Nah. I'm saying, but even when he got on, we was like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, niggas
Right.
talk.
He was like this. Yeah, man. You know, man.
He didn't want to give himself away.
But he, I guess, just being here, he began to just open up and go on
Yeah.
tell the truth.
And
Man.
that's
Be
what I
yourself
wanted to
when you're
But
on
like
here.
he said, like coming on TV or podcast or even you got to think social media. A lot of people don't put videos up of themselves or talk because guess what? Once information is on the internet, it's never erased. So certain things you talk about, if you talk about your baby daddy, baby mama, kids, family, drugs, whatever you've been through, your past, the internet is going to judge you based on what you say. So I would be nervous to say a lot of things too.
Well, that's why I think being in this space now for 3 years, I don't think, and just learning the business of it, if you ain't ready for that, or if you're not built for this, or built for the comment, because sometimes Woods know, Mark know, the comment section, nigga, they'll drag you.
Yeah.
They'll go out.
Right.
Yeah.
They be make you want to jump back in. Like,
Yeah.
so if you're not built for it, I don't think, but I think everybody see a dollar sign when they see podcasts, so a lot of people jump in and say, well, let me do it, even if it's not their character. So they sit in front of a camera trying to build a character because they don't want to really be themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to be yourself for the people to like
Identify
cling,
with you.
to cling to know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Because one day somebody, a high school friend, a college friend, or ex, they gonna call you on your stuff, man, if you not being real in front of the camera.
Right.
So I think it's getting watered down with so many people just want to be in front of the camera because they think it's money there.
Yeah.
But I don't think they really being themselves in front of the camera.
Right.
If that makes sense to you.
Well, people can't even be themselves, not even on camera, but off camera. You got to think most people wear masks on a daily basis. Nobody really shows. You can be in a relationship. You've heard the sign, like I can be in a relationship and you can be with somebody forever and still don't know that person. So it's even beyond.
Sleeping with a stranger.
You're sleeping with a stranger, which is true. So it's even beyond just social
Sound like a
media.
movie. That's a movie.
I think it was a movie. Sleeping.
That was a
movie like
I don't
Sleeping
know if
with a
that was a movie,
Stranger.
but you,
Oh, it was
like,
good.
hey, you made that sound good.
Right.
Sleeping with a stranger.
Right.
That sounded good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so that we just dived into that real quick, man. I hope y'all got a little clarity.